Hello everyone, today we will show you how to use Git and GitHub. Git is a tool used to track changes in our code. It helps developers work together and save versions of their project. GitHub is an online platform where we store our Git project. It allows us to share code and collaborate with others. Now, let's move on to how to install and use Git in vscode.
First is go to git-ecm.com and download Git. After installing, open the Visual Code. And in the Visual Code, open the terminal by clicking Terminal and click New Terminal. And to check if the Git is installed, type git-versions. And if the version is appear, Git is ready to use. And the next is we will demonstrate a simple code and how to
We're gonna
commit it.
demonstrate how to use Git inside the VS Code, and we're gonna teach you how to initialize, commit, and push our project inside our repository. So first we create a folder. So by a file, open folder, and let's create new folder for testing. So I'm gonna name it object, then enter, select folder. After we're inside in our created folder, we shall click the three dots in the top, select terminal, new terminal, and clicking the launch profile and select get bash. Use now the get. So now let's test it. So let's create a simple file. So by clicking new file, and let's name it index.html for testing. So now we already create our first file, so now we put some code inside of it. Now now we already have some simple code inside our file. So now we shall initialize our file or our folder, that it will the Git will recognize what are those files that we created inside of our selected folder. So when the time that we add some other files, it will automatically recognize on the Git that that file is belong to our project. So by initializing the file or the folder, just click inside in the terminal and let's code git it wa kanihilihok. So we shall put git in it. So by using this syntax, as you notice, the text on the name of our folder is turned to green, so it means that this file has been recognized, even though that the file is already used before we git initialize the folder. Then after that, we shall put some recognition of ourselves inside this folder. So by assuring that all the add, all the display we input or we put something in this folder has been named on us. So the syntax for that is there are two ways of it. So the username and the email. So the syntax is config git config user dot name, and let's name it pop for a test. Enter. The second one is git config user dot email, and we shall put some email on this side, and we're gonna put our email in it. after configuring ourselves in this folder, we can start to commit and add something in it. So first, we test our status. So by to test it that the file or something that we add in this folder has been recognized, we shall put something like get status to view our status inside this folder. So in the time we enter it, as you can see, the index HTML has been colored red, so it means that he recognized it, but we don't commit something about it. So to initialize that, to confirm that that's I to confirm or to save that folder at that file, we shall commit Java shall commit something. We can initialize and try commit. So when you see that the index or the file name has colored red, it means that that file has not been committed. So now let's try to commit that file. So to commit that file, let's input get add that to initialize all who doesn't committed something. So by enter git add, then let's try to git commit. First commit. Now let's try to see what's the status in this file. Status. No. The status. Now it says this works clean. Now we try to push our already committed file and to see how many commits that we create on this folder. So git push origin main. So let's go back to our file. Klik kena sabuk tapu ini. So nakapakaway. Be, alisa be. Bisa slipon mo be, paliyog sa. Sige lang. Dili. Dili. Apa ang mga slipon eh? Sabi Now we try to commit something again, even after we already push our project on inside of our repository. So let's try to put something like simple code to identify the changes. So like h1 hello, and let's try to test multiple testing. So after you put something some codes inside your file, save it, and let's try to run something to look how it changed. Open live server, and as you notice, we view our hello world on multiple aspects. So just try to commit it to save and push it back again to our repository. So first we shall input again the git add to add these changes. After that is git commit to commit changes that we already done. So when the time that on this when the time is when on this point, we shall put something understandable what are the changes that we made, like example. So adding hello world, hello world 6 times, and close it, enter. As you can see, one file change, 6 instruction, and 1 detections. It means that it recognized and already commit some. The changes has already committed. So now we want to see the changes inside in our repository. So this is back in the code. As you notice, there is still the first commit that we push uh, like as you can see there is still a one commit that we add on this repository. So we're gonna put I'm gonna we're gonna put back, or we're gonna add our new commits on we're gonna add our new commits on the repository. So by clicking again the git push to push that, I have to push those changes again on side on the repository. Just input git push origin as original. Then if what's the name of this branch. So put the by by input to push this back. Let's try to put the center fact. Let's try to put the syntax and get the putang ina ko munta ko mamatay ka ugma. Now let's put back git push. Ito ang istorya yawa ni to put to push our new new committed text. We shall put git now we're gonna now at this point we're gonna push another commit inside in our repository. So by pushing this new commit that we already created, we shall put input something like git push origin and the name of the branch that you already use. So it means the branch name of our repository is main, and you can see on the branch area, it's already main. So we input the main, then just click enter. After a few seconds we enumerate objects, so it says done. Then let's refresh, and as you can see there now we have 2 commits on it. So by clicking these commits, we see the add hello world 6 times. So the first commit, and when the time what we want to see the inside of it, you see that the red one has been erased and the green one has been added. So as simple recognition, what are the changes that we made, what are the input that we add, or some syntax that we delete, to notice everything, the action that we do inside of the folder or create something that's file. And that's all na lang, kayawa